Hi, good evening, and I hope all of you are doing great during this evening. And most of you, I believe that you already started your work, and please do follow the SOP, which is wearing a mask when you are in crowded areas. The second thing, remember to wash your hands all the time and bring your hand sanitizer along too. And stay safe, okay? So I'm Adelina, your host for Pets Mania show only on aforadio.com. So today I'll be sharing you the difference of spay and neuter. And before I start this amazing topic, I would love to know that anyone have spayed your dog or any of you neuter your dog. So please do comment below and tell more about for us as well. And before I going to start this, I would like to share an amazing news. And this news is regarding a 89-year-old lady. Her name is called Maisie Green. Yes, you can see from this picture behind her, it's full of blankets and knitwear, and she is the only one who knit over 450 blankets and sweaters for dogs at the dog shelters. And she is really kind-hearted, and how amazed she is. And she donates at least 3 times a year. So the dogs wouldn't suffer and can get warm. And let's talk about like spaying and neuter facts. So what's the difference between this spay and neuter? So I'll start with the spay. So basically, spay is for your female dogs, refers to removal female's reproductive organs. Yes. And of course, do you know why some female dogs must be spayed? I believe that most of your owners or even that your pet's owner that don't plan to have any more puppies in the future, actually you can have this spay in your mind to prevent health problems such as mammary cancer, as we human known as breast cancer, and of course the most important one, uterine infection. And this is quite a serious problem for a female dog. When they have affected with the uterine infection, they can cause when the urine comes with blood. This same goes like our human does for female, like female humans. Like if you don't consume proper food and you don't take care of it well, your urine will turn into blood as well. So this is how serious it is. It same goes for the female dogs as well. And of course that when you need to spay your female dog, by spaying them actually is in general it's 4 to 6 months, but depends on your dog breeds. Different dog breeds share the different spaying time. So for safety and professional advice, you need to seek advice from your vet doctor and vet clinic to know whether which time is the best time for them to to spay uh, your female dog for sure. And do you think that you should spay your dog? Please do let me know. For me, I would say that it's you don't plan to have any more puppies in the future. For the health problems, it can consider to spay your doggies, your female doggies. And but for people who you still want to have more puppies in the future and you wouldn't harm them in the natural way, please don't spay your female dogs. And I would say that it's not really serious to whether you must or you must not. So it's for better and more clearer, like professional advice, you can actually seek for your vet clinic. And for recovery, For recovery, after the operation, they need 2 weeks to recovery for their operation. So basically, you must keep them away from other dogs if you have other dogs in your house. And from the picture, you can see this doggy wearing this lovely cone, as known as a shame cone, for them to prevent them to licking from their wound. Therefore, their wound can actually heal faster because they're not able to use their saliva to lick their wound, because their wound's still quite fragile and swelling, and might be have some medicine on their skin as well. So time to time, you must remember to check the wound area, whether they are properly taken care, incision, whether it's good in shape or recovery. How, is it swelling? Is it bruises? If they don't, just leave it at it is. They will recover time to time and even faster. But if you feel that, oh, my this doggy is swelling or etc., please go back to your vet and check with them as well. And ensure your dog that don't bathe at least 10 days, because from in order for them the wound to heal itself. So I would suggest that if you want to spay your doggies, it's when they are puppies, not when they are grow old age. Like for an example, cat able to spay when they grow older, but different from dogs. So this is my advice for you. And I'll share another fun fact video that I have watched online. It's very amazing. So let's watch.
I know, that's something bad.
It's like a,
Look at they look. Oh,
我會着個好 fast 嚟睇，但係
cute. Aww. You don't want to let go, do you? You don't want to let go. What? You don't want to let go. No.
oh my god, that's so cute.
They're holding hands.
Oh, look at that.
Absolutely adorable.
Oh, sweet. They're sweet. Are they sleeping, Mom? Yeah. Look at that. So they're holding hands. That's so adorable. Oh, did you take a picture, Mom? Yeah. Oh, that's so sweet. He's too sweet. Those are better schoolers.
go around, hold hands again.
Oh my gosh, that's so
Look, they're
cute.
coming back together.
Okay.
They're so
You're not supposed to be in there.
Aw, isn't that sweet? Let's go find her boyfriend. Let's send her.
All right. You can watch, just now you have watched the both otters that are holding hands, right? And how adorable it is. So cute. And this is the fun fact, which is sea otters actually hold hands while they are sleeping. Reason why? So that they don't drift apart. So this is the real fun fact, that they don't drift apart. If you have more time, you actually can search through online. If they drift apart, it's while they are not holding hands. This is the real fun part that I have watched online, and I hope you enjoy it. And now back to our topic. It's about neuter. So what is neuter? Neuter, is it same with spayed? I would say similar, but neuter, it's for male dogs. Male dogs. The procedure it's almost similar. Neuter is the procedure that done to remove male dogs' organs, such as the incision area and remove their testicles, and therefore they wouldn't have more sperm to actually to produce more future babies if you have another partner dog in the house. And reason why, like why certain of male dogs they want have to neuter, because in research that shows that general dogs, male dogs that have neuter, they are less aggressive, and of course they can prevent prostatic cancer from it. And when is the best time to spay or neuter your dog? As for the spade, I have mentioned earlier. So for the neuter, it's quite similar. For male dogs, in general, will be 4 to 6 months. 4 to 6 months, yeah. So it depends on your dog breed. Different dog breeds share the different time spade. So you need to go back to your vet and ask the doctor and which time is the best time for the dog or to get neuter. So in recovery period is the same as well. I would say that is it good to neuter your dog? If you ask me, if you don't plan to have any more puppies in the future and for them have a better lifespan in longer in the future, you can actually consider to neuter your dog. But if you don't willing to neuter your dog, you leave it as it is, or maybe the owner of you only have one dog, well, you don't need to consider this because you can take care of him quite good, and for sure you don't have any burden because you only have one dog and one best friend with you. So you might not want to consider this, but for health purpose, you can consider this. But for better and professional advice, you can seek back from your vet clinic doctor. So this is the good fact that you need to neuter your dogs. For recovery, for male dogs, they tend to have more licking compared to the female dogs. So it's the same. You need to put a shame cone over their neck. So in order to prevent them from licking from the wound itself. And it's easy for them to not to lick their wound, heal faster. Same thing, you cannot bathe them within 10 days. And usually, in general, after the operation, it will take around 2 weeks to recover your dog. So, in the meantime, if you have other dogs, please keep them away from your dog that has neuter. And because they will tend to jumping, running around if your dog is very active, but please calm them down because one of the recovery they cannot running around and jumping around because they're still in wound and still hurts, still pain. It will affect the healing period, so will be even longer, and even maybe for serious it will get injured or maybe bleeding. So it will affect the wound area, the injured area, especially the part that the doctor just like sew it. So please do be careful with it. And the second thing, the next one is you can actually consult with your vet whether they are able to neuter, because even though you feel that you want to neuter or spay your dog, but certain dogs is not necessary to have it or not suitable, maybe because of the health purpose in general, or maybe their skin problems, because the first thing first, when they neuter or spay, they must cut off their skin. So is their skin acceptable or not? So for safety, you need to consult with your doctor to check actually not just when is the best time. Secondly, is to ensure they have a good health to spade or to neuter. Just like us humans, we need to go for a body checkup to go into deeper our body to know what is happening inside. Therefore, if anything happen on any part of our organs, then we will know, then we will treat it from there. Same goes to your dog. So you need to ensure your dogs to have a proper medical checkup to ensure whether they have any other problems. If they have any other problems, if it's minor, maybe your doctor can advise that you can proceed the procedure of neuter or spay, or maybe not. Because if you say straight away, I want a booking like straight away spay or even neuter your dog without any proper checkup for your doggies, and it's not good. Just like our human, for example, you get headache a lot and you keep on headache, of course doctor will prescribe headache medicine, but actually we don't know the real facts. So for safety, you need to bring your dogs to have a proper medical checkup and to ensure it's a good health in a conditioned way to actually to proceed your spay or neuter. So the last one I would want to say in this here, people will tend to always ask or have questions about it. It's spay and neuter surgery. It's very risky, or is it dangerous? Is it will affect my dog's life? Or maybe after the surgery they wouldn't wake up, or maybe unfortunately they will bye bye. So I will tell you, just like I have mentioned, dogs should given through a physical exam to ensure they have general good health before surgery. Before surgery, it's not just only spayed and neuter. Before any of the surgery that you plan to do or your dog must do. So please do ensure your dogs are healthy, have a proper medical checkup, and of course check with your frequent vet doctor. He knows better or she knows better for your dog's condition. So this is the best tips that I can give you, and it's quite simple. Risky wise, chance is not very high risky based on the research, because most of them after they neuter or spay, they tend to have more healthier life and more glowing skin. For us humans, glowing skin, for them is glowing fur. Even the mood will be more radiant and look more healthier and glowy. And of course, I wouldn't go off without another fun fact video that I have searched online. Before I show you the fun fact video, and it's about a sea otter as well. Sea otters, they actually have a very strong paws. They can actually open up a clam, and their food is not just only a clam, sea urchins, even abalone, and so on, expensive seafood. So you wouldn't imagine that this otters such a this size, they have actually strong paw or strong arm to open up a claw. So till now, it's Pets Mania show. I'm your host, Adelina Chan.